right, we are doing day 1 of video diaries with me, Beck. I am a spiritual person. I'm neurodivergent. I'm queer. I was like, what's the third thing? I'm queer. I got my like slick back Count Chocula hair going on today. Still figuring some things out about my identity. But that's Bella. Hi, Bella. Cutie patootie. I guess she wants to know what's going on with the microphone, I think. She's staring at it. Look at her. So cute. She wants pets. I, have tried to do like spiritual messages. I am a healer, a clairvoyant. I do psychic readings. I can do healings on people, and I want to be a spiritual coach. But, I'm just not sure what messages I should be relaying to the world, and I'm kind of in a stuck spot in my life. I'm growing and evolving, and I just got like validation and confirmation that I just went through a huge ascension and my vibration is higher. My havingness, my ability to like receive and have what I am manifesting, what my mock-ups for manifestations are, is higher. I feel different. I do. I feel a lot different. Like since yesterday was my birthday. 31. Don't look a day over, 21. But I just can't. I don't know what I'm doing. I have literally no idea what I'm doing. So what grounds do I have to give general spiritual advice? Knowing that everyone is on their own path. Everyone has their own journey. And not to say that I don't want to not coach people. I really do. I want to coach people who are like really excited, neurodivergent, need some help, maybe need to declutter their house because I want to give their house a healing, help them get all of that sorted, help them gain their confidence, help them find their grounding. I want to do all of that. I really do. But that's like on a person-to-person basis, like one-on-one coaching sessions. This I'm talking about is like this general, like messages from the universe. And a lot of my messages I receive will obviously be able to relate to a collective of people, because even when I go to events, or I've been doing more like meetups, like going to meditations in person, or I'm taking a plant class tomorrow, you vibrate, you're at a vibrational like level that matches most of the people in these classes with you. Like the reason why you're all together is because you all are on some level working through similar things, or you have similar thoughts going on in your head. It's just like, it just kind of makes sense. Like when I go to my classes and I go to do reading hour, which is when we do readings for the people in the community who come in, and the people I'm reading, we have like matching things that we're going through. So sometimes when I'm reading the person, I relate and resonate with a lot of stuff that's in the reading. So when I was first doing readings, I was thinking that I was just reading myself and I wasn't even reading the person, but that's just wasn't the case. It's just something, it's like an exchange of energy where you both get like a healing from it. And it's really great because, 444. Okay, I kind of don't want to edit this so I can actually say, oh, it's 444, and then it's actually 444. Might not. I don't know. I'm feeling very happy and excited about this. I don't know. I do feel more like before when I would do videos, I'd be very like, I'm quiet, like building up. And I did take quite a break from it, like maybe the last month, month and a half. I always do this with that one eye. I'm like, it's my thinking eye. I don't know. I do that, whatever. And I don't know. I just kind of was like really taking the time to fall in love with myself. Like I had a big self-love, nurturing myself time. Like all last month I took, except for like 1 week, I think I took a yoga class that's free for my community on Saturdays, which, a friend that I met over the summer at like a nature cleanup, she's into yoga and is a teacher there, or took the training there. So then she told me that they were doing this community class, and I didn't go for like the first month because I was still very like hermity and just tired, so exhausted. I spent so much of the last year just trying to rid myself of exhaustion, like just rebooting my body and recovering from autistic burnout. It was like so rough. But then she was teaching one class, I couldn't go, and then she was teaching another, but then I was like, I'm gonna go, this one random week. So I went 2 weeks before her class, went to her class, and then I just went to another one, and then she's teaching the next time. And each teacher, like all of the yoga has just completely aligned with what I'm doing, because I'm also been doing stretches for my body and really working on my hips. I'm releasing so much out of my hips. Like, you don't realize how tight your body is until you try to hold a stretch or hold a yoga pose, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I am just a big knotted up ball of who knows what's stuck up in there. And who knows what's stuck up in there, what? But in your hips, it's just like wild. Like I am still have so much work to do on my hips. I've been following this like Stay Flexy guy on here. I think his name is David. And his videos are so helpful. Like I actually look really forward to doing his workouts and stretches. It's not really a workout. It's like he has like ebooks. You do four different stretches a day and you hold them or do reps. And it just completely changed my whole perspective on stretching and what it can be, because I'm also been practicing hatha yoga at the place that I've been going, because that's mostly what most of the teachers are doing. It's like slower paced. And when I first started doing yoga, see, this is how I feel like I'm going to be bouncing around because I'm neurodivergent. So keep it up, keep it on up. When I first started yoga, I was just doing the vinyasa at like a place that would do like hot yoga and all this, and I didn't know how to breathe properly back then. I didn't know how to really take in a breath because my body was like in survival mode, and I couldn't actually like take a full breath like in a deep belly diaphragm type breathing way. I couldn't do it. And oh my gosh, my finger is definitely slipping. I got rid of this tripod that I had and I should have kept it, but we are just going with what we got. So I feel like I got a tower moment. Those of you who know tarot, tower moment for yoga. I really do. Like, they were like, you need to the universe was like, just forget all of the stuff you've ever learned about yoga. Not like forget the moves. Like, I know certain, moves and poses and different flows, like sun salutations and all of the basics, But like, don't think that it's this thing where you have to be uncomfortable and your body is just like crying and you're crying and not breathing, because I was like holding my breath back then. But I powered through. I did a lot of, for me not being able to really breathe well and stuff, I powered through that yoga pretty much. And I've been on and off yoga for a really long time. And I feel like that happened for a reason so that now I could get back into it. So I first started out in the summer of last summer. Yeah, it's 2025. So 2024, I hadn't really I haven't exercised in like years. Like whatever crap that I've gone through and whatever my hand hurts. Whatever crap I've gone through and things that I've like there's a lot stored in my hips, a ton from my last relationship and just all of the different things I have released over this last year has just been huge. Like my mom passed away in 2017. Like there were just so many things that I had not fully processed and I was storing. So I got into yoga again over the summer. I had, I think, maybe taken or started to do a few moves on my own at home. Or, no, you know what I was doing? I was going to the chiropractor and he was helping me do some stretches in office. And they were like, when you put your one leg like 90 degrees over the other one while you're laying down, and then you put your hands behind your thigh and you pull. That one is so hard for me to do because it's just like I'm so tight. But he would help me do that all the time. And then something else with like my neck. So I went on this yoga retreat over the last summer in August. So I went through a lot of the year just literally going to the chiropractor and doing a few stretches. I think I maybe lifted some weights, like free weights a little bit. So not a lot of exercise happening, mostly walking. If I was doing anything, I was walking over the summer. So that was something I was doing. Okay, don't be so hard on yourself, Beck. Okay, so I went to this yoga retreat, which was really great because it wasn't super expensive. I was able to afford it, and I was able to borrow a tent from someone there, which was so nice. So I did like camping for the first time by myself, and it was a good like combo of camping where I just basically slept in my tent and changed in there, but I was able to have a shower and meals and everything, so I wasn't doing like the full blown thing. So it was a very good intro to camping situation. And most of that yoga we did, the vibe was very much like restorative. And so we did a lot of restorative stuff. There were a lot of props involved, the bolsters. Like that was my first time really being exposed to using bolsters and pillows and the blankets and all of that. So that was like really great to like see that yoga could be more than just sweating and my face would be so red and I wasn't breathing, I was holding my breath, so it was just torturous. So that was my tower moment, and this is me building the foundation for my yoga practice. And that's really cool because at some point, I feel I will be doing that hot yoga again. And knowing all of this stuff that I've been building towards with the yoga, with my past knowledge, plus this new foundation I'm building, I'm going to be so much more like well-versed and prepared for, the more intense yoga. So I started with the restorative, then I got into yoga nidra. I told the girl that I know at this yoga studio now, because she introduced me to it, because we did a cleanup twice. So the second time I saw her, I told her about the retreat, and then she told me about a class, the yoga nidra. So that's when you're just laying down in shavasana, laying down, and then your body is resting, but your mind is still active. And the yoga teacher just guides you through. You get really comfy. You put bolsters under your legs, and you put a pillow and eye mask on, or a weighted like mask, and then or one of those like rice things, the beanie things, and then a blanket. You get all cozy, and you are basically meditating while laying down and doing visualizations. And so it's like a clairvoyant practice too, which is great. And I also learned at the retreat I got reintroduced to like sitting while meditating, because I've learned the proper like sitting up in a chair with your feet on the ground. but you know, it's good to learn all different types and kinds. I'm also now learning like keeping my eyes open with a soft gaze while being seated, and that's also really helping me with my whole hips and in tuning with my body, because when I'm sitting in a chair, the only thing I really notice is if my like sciatic nerves are kind of acting up, and if I'm like slouching or straightening my back. But like the chair's there to support you, but when you're just sitting on the ground and not up against the wall or something, you really like notice what's like kind of off with your body. So yoga nidra, and then now I'm doing the hatha yoga, and then yoga yin, I want to say, is like where you're holding poses even longer, like 3 to 5 minutes, which I've done before in the past. I've taken like a class or two with that as well, and that's very interesting to me. And then I'm also doing these stretching workouts where I'm holding stretches for like 30 seconds at a time, or doing like 10 reps, 15 reps. And then I'm also incorporating some free weights to get like my arm muscles more toned, and doing some squats. I'm also doing some squats. And it feels really good because I loved working out in college. I took this class, I think it was sophomore year, and I got so into it. I like really dedicated all of my workouts and time, and I loved the stretching the most though. Like I loved weightlifting and all of that. I did a little bit of cardio, did a little bit of running, did a little treadmill stuff. But then I would get to the stretching part and I would just like, this is so relaxing. I love doing these stretches. So it's always been kind of something I've loved. I've just haven't done it in so long, and I haven't been taking care of my body. And I really also love that all of this was happening and building up towards the new year, because it just felt like really great timing. And it just aligned with everything so perfectly for me. So I think I'm going to cut it off here because it's already been 17 minutes. But I just wanted to kind of talk about my workouts and how happy I am that things are progressing and I'm reconnecting with yoga, and it's helping me connect with my body. And I hope everyone else is kind of feeling this as well and connecting mind, body, and spirit, because I've been very much on the spiritual side, almost in like Delulu land, which, you know, can be helpful in certain times, but, you know, it did help me like stay positive. But now it's like I'm bringing myself back to like my body and, you know, making sure my mind is clear and my space and peaceful and full of grace and ease. That's what we're going for in 2025. Grace, ease, flow. So yeah, that's my first video diary, and I think I'm going to try to do these daily for a while just to kind of get into a practice. But I hope everyone is doing well, and then if you are interested in receiving a reading from me, or a healing, or healing your house, or getting some coaching, we can have some sessions, meditation training. I am open for business, and I am ready to have clients. If you are neurodivergent, have issues with clutter, have issues with being overwhelmed and overstimulated, often feel other people's energy, are an empath, feel like you have a bigger purpose than what you're doing currently, and possibly also queer, hit me up. Send me an email. I am ready to help someone. I need my first client. I am ready. I am giving this out to the universe. I am ready to coach someone. So please hit me up. Let's do this. I will cut you a deal. I will give you a great deal, and I might also be making a journal that's been really helping me for the last few weeks as well, with like affirmations and having gratitude and tracking how much water I drink and all my healthy foods I've been eating and all these things. So I might be making one of those, and then that could be a bonus gift that I'll give you as well. It's not done yet, but I am making this intention. Alrighty, thank you for watching. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, I would love to see a Red heart in the comments. All right. Bye bye.